Hello everybody, Cone Dodger here. Today we are looking at something brand new. This is Ludus Silva. I hope I am saying that right. And it is the forest game. This might seem a little odd for my channel, but it's something that I've been following for quite a little while now, so I was really excited to see that a public demo got posted. This is created by Linda, which is, again, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, is one of the developers that works on automation. She is pretty much the only one working on this. It's quite an ambitious little project, but the most I really know about it was just the images I've seen of some of the cool plant 3D models posted on Facebook, so I don't know too terribly much about it. This little about thing is about all I know. Apparently it is a strategy game developed in southeastern Australia. I believe that means it's like a real life game that she's trying to represent here in a video game. The goal of the game is to construct a forest that covers as big of an area as possible. And you do that in creating plants that will thrive through all sorts of environments, like the desert, swamp, the bottom of a rainforest, and stuff like that. But doing it in a similar way to how automation has been developed. Very small chunks, but very well refined small chunks. Like automation, first thing they did was the engine design studio, and they got that working great, nice and smooth, and then they moved on to something else. That's not really the whole game. There's certainly a whole lot more outside of that to make the game complete, but that's a good first chunk to give us a good view of what they're capable of and the kind of content the game will have. Here what we have is a plant editor. So again, very similar to the way automation is being developed. You get 3 different types of plants to choose from: a fern, a tree, and a conifer. I've messed around with it a little bit just to kind of get myself familiar with it and know something about what I'm doing so I could present it. I did a tree. I haven't done a fern yet. I haven't done a conifer yet. I think I'm going to do a fern here first. But I just want to point out, first impressions, same with automation. It's so early on in development, but yet the actual layout, the menus and everything are very aesthetically pleasing and very intuitive. I don't have to really search around for things. I can just figure out what I'm supposed to do without being instructed on how to do it. And that's something a lot of the big AAAs are missing out on here lately. It seems like they really have to tell you what to do because they don't know how to design something that's just free-flowing and leads you to know what to do. This is not that way. So we'll select a fern here, and you can see a default fern will come up, rotating there for us. Very nice graphics. Everything's very smooth. The lighting is not, well, the lighting and the art style isn't what I would call realistic, but it has a very nice artistic look to it. We got some options here. Go through its age range from a seedling all the way up to full grown. I doubt mine will look anything nearly as neat and orderly as this, but I'm gonna go with middle age to start working on it. You can reset it, you can do a new one, you can load saved ones, you can edit the kind of leaves you have, and then when you're done you can put it in photo mode and see what it looks like in an environment. But before we get there, let's start doing some editing. And everything I know about this is just based off of me messing around with some of these settings. So far, I think I've figured out what all I can do. This is the stem radius. I may not be perfectly up on the very good up I may not have all of the lingo down. I may be saying some of these wrong, and I may not know exactly what they are. But I have enough of an idea. You know, stretching my brain 15 years ago from biology, trying to remember all of these things. But the stem radius, just the thickness of the stems, and this is for the whole tree, or not the whole tree, but the whole fern. So you can go really crazy thick ones, or, you know, pretty normal ones. This is the variance, so how much variance there is throughout the whole plant. And you can see it's represented there. This is the stem length for the top. Or sorry, stem length through the whole thing. But this is the top and this is the bottom. So we're going to go with a large stem on the bottom, but kind of a short stem on the top. Then I want a pretty good deal of variance in there, but not too crazy. Or else once you get up in the age, it starts going super crazy. And then the pliancy, I believe I'm saying that right. Pliancy is how strong they are, how firm they are. And do pretty weak ones up top, but real strong ones at the bottom, so it stands up nice and straight. A little bit of variance there. Then we move on to the leaf structure. You can do the base scale of the leaf. You can also edit the leaf. I think I'm going to go with the jaggedy looking ones. Probably the technical term is jaggedy. I'm pretty confident in that. But yes, the jaggedy looking ones. I'm going to do pretty small ones on the top, but large ones on the bottom, with a good deal of variance there. The length is good. I want to make them a little wider though. Yeah. Wider ones at the bottom, like so. A little bit of variance. Pendant, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's how much they're standing up, or if they're laying down. I want these to stand up at the bottom, but lay down at the top. So I'm gonna leave those up. A little bit of variance. Curve. I want a curve like. Let's see. I want these to be up. I want these to be in. So at the bottom they're going to curl in. Actually, I'm going to make them all curl in too. So that they curl in and make kind of like a bowl. Because I'm envisioning this as a bottom of the forest floor kind of plant where it needs to gather water. With quite a bit of variance there. Alrighty, now we move on to the fern elements. I'm assuming this is just like the tree. The tree has a tree elements here where it has the branches at the top. Let's see what the bend does. Oh, that's how much it curls. You know, ferns like to curl. You can curl it both ways, it looks like. So let me leave that, but I want them to then curl. I'd rather it curl like this. How's that going to look in the future? No, not too bad. And then it twists like so. And then the leaves can also rotate on the branches themselves. I'm pleased with that. And then we can go ahead and change some of the stem materials, as in spots or a rough look. I like the rough look, but probably not for a fern. Spots is probably good for that, or maybe just plain. Yeah, we'll go spots. Let's see. Do we like these colors? I like the glossiness. Not a huge change there. I'm probably only in photo mode. Do you see that? But maybe a little less yellow looking and a little bit more green looking. There we go. Okay, so one other thing we can do is kind of look at some new individuals. This is not the only plant that will grow from this set of variables. Different plants or different seeds are going to grow in different ways, and this will randomize that. So all those are looking pretty normal. Let's look at some big ones. That doesn't look too bad. I haven't gone too crazy. It's touching the ground a little bit, but whatever. Upper surface of the leaves. Let's pause the rotation real quick. Let's see, I think I'm looking at the upper surface there. Yep. Go really green. And then on the bottom, like super red. That'll look pretty neat. Yep. And then you can do the translucency, or how light passes through it. Pretty translucent on these guys. And then the veins, you can make it look really cool with the veins. Do something like crazy blue, light blue. There we go. And we're at. So now we've got some crazy colors going on. And there is our full plant. So we can then go into photo mode, and it will put your plant in different various stages of growth and different seeds on a little world here, or a scene, I guess is what you would call it. And you can go ahead and edit all sorts of things in here, like the grass color. The grass colors are variable. It doesn't have to look like Earth. You can make it look like whatever the heck you want it to look like. You can change the sky, the way the light hits everything, how intense the light is, if the sun's like super close to the Earth, or your planet, or whatever it is, or it's pretty dark. I can increase the fog, and the color of the ambient light, and things like that. So a whole lot of adjustability there as well. So that is a nice little start to finish preview of what the plant editor has to offer. I don't want to go and make a ton of them because I want you to check it out. It is fun to just kind of go in there, you know, spend a couple hours making some plants. It might not be, like I said, it might not be exactly what you thought you might find on this channel, but I thought it was cool enough to check out, and it definitely is. So just like automation, this is very much so indie, very much a small development crew of one. But the progress is looking really good. Everything looks really nice and clean. I've had no crashes, anything like that. It's very easy to read, very easy to follow. And I look forward to seeing the progress in the future. If there is any big updates, I will be sure to update you on them. But other than that, go check it out, ludussilva.com, download the demo like you see here, and let me know what you think. Alrighty, so I think that's going to do it. Like I said, go check it out for yourself, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.